Hare Krishna. A weapon in the tent is of no use to a warrior in the fight. Warriors, when they are fighting, their most important possession is often their weapons. Without a weapon, even if they are heroic, they may be slaughtered by armed enemies. And if a warrior has a very good weapon, but if that weapon is left behind in the tent and the warrior goes out to fight, again having the weapon, owning the weapon is not of any use if that weapon is not being carried. So similarly, in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that spiritual knowledge is like a weapon. In 4.42 he says, Tasmadajnana sambhutam hritstham jnanasinatmanah chitvainam samshayam yogam atishthotishta bharata. Says Tasmad, therefore Arjuna, arise. Ajnana sambhutam, that which is born out of ignorance. Hritstham jnanasinatmanah, the ignorance that is there in the heart, cut it off with the weapon of knowledge. Gyan asin. Chitvainam samshayam yogam, and giving up all illusion, giving up all doubts, engage in yoga, and therefore atishthotishta bharata, therefore rise and fight. So here essentially Krishna is comparing spiritual knowledge to a sword. A sword that what does it do? It cuts off ignorance, it cuts off illusions. Later on in 16.12, Krishna says how our desires become like shackles. Asha pashishatair baddha kama krodha parayanaha ihante kama bhogartham anyayenartha sanchayan. So Krishna says Asha pashishatair baddha, that our desires are like shackles, they are like nooses. They drag us down to degrading activities, and we are bound by not one or two but hundreds of such desires. Shatair baddha kama krodha parayanaha, we are sold out to anger and lust because of this. And ihante kama bhogartham, that kama bhoga, because of the desire for sensual enjoyment. Anyayenartha sanchayan, we often do injustice, unjust, atrocious activities we end up doing. So the point is that desires are like nooses, like shackles. Now if somebody, they are just caught by a noose and they are being dragged. Now they are just helpless, the noose is fallen around them. So if at that time they have a knife or a sword, they can cut it off, cut off the noose. Otherwise it's very difficult to resist being dragged by a noose. So similarly for us, when the noose of desires falls on us and we are in this material world fighting against temptations. So when the noose of desire falls on us and drags us, at that time, whatever philosophical knowledge we have, if it is in the books that we have read, even if it is in the notes that we have made, that is like a weapon in the tent. The weapon in the tent is of no use for a warrior in the fight. The warrior needs to have the weapons right now when the attack comes. So like that, we need to have the knowledge in our head. We need to remember the important verses, the important philosophical points, which give us the determination, the conviction, the intelligence of why to resist temptation and how to resist temptation. So by understanding that philosophical knowledge of the Gita is like a weapon which we need to constantly carry, we can avoid taking this knowledge casually. When we hear it, we often think, oh, I've heard this so many times, why do I have to hear it once again? So we often take it very casually. But if we understand that it is like a weapon which we absolutely need, then every time we hear it again, it comes in the forefront of our consciousness. It stays accessible to us. And when we need it, we'll be able to draw on it and fight against temptations. So by regularly hearing and studying the Bhagavad Gita, we'll ensure that the weapon of spiritual knowledge stays not in our tent, not stays in our books, but it stays in our brain, ready for us to use when we are attacked by temptations. Thank you. Hare Krishna.